Good morning. This is Pastor Jerry with another slice of toast from the Bread of Life. How are you today? Listen, I was thinking back on my honeymoon. Perhaps you guys understand what it's like to try to be the gentleman. My wife had 7 bags and I had 1, and I wouldn't let her carry hers except her purse. And so I had all this baggage I was carrying on, all these things that were holding me back and in my way. And I thought about that this morning and realized God has no baggage. Some of us have baggage that's our memories and the things that we've done wrong in life, the skeletons in the closet. But God has none of those. In fact, Luke 15:20 is a good illustration of that. The prodigal son that got everything from his father, took his inheritance, went out and blew it, worked with the pigs and even tried to eat slop with them, and nobody would give him any food. And finally he said, you know what, I can go to my father and do better than I'm doing here. And so he got up and he went to his father, it says in 15:20. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. Oh, what a terrific thing. That father had no baggage. He wasn't harboring the past. He didn't have bitterness in his soul. And God has no bitterness to you. I think about when you first got saved and that God took a hold of you. There was such great joy in his soul. And you had such great joy in yours. And somehow the course of life has turned you aside and pulled it away from you. And that's what Revelation says is going to happen. It says that you've left your first love, that you got no joy anymore. You can go through the motions, but you're just not happy doing it. And I believe we need to restore that. And the only way we're going to do that is to take a quick shower, and as we're in there, just talk to God. I know I've done that. I've asked God, could you possibly forgive me for the things I've done wrong? How could you still use me? And yet God just spoke to me and said, I got no baggage. I don't hold anything about you. If you confess your sin, I'm quick and just to forgive your sin and to remember it no more. I think James put it very well in James 4:8. Come near to God and he will come near to you. Wash your hands, you sinner, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. I think it's time that we wash our hands and that we purify our hearts with the Word and that we get back to God. If we confess our sins, he's quick and just to forgive us our sins and remember them no more. He'll cast them as far as the east is from the west into the deepest part of the sea. God bless you. This is Pastor Jerry. Don't you think it's time that you get rid of your baggage? Because God's got it. Till we see you again.